And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. There we are. Welcome everybody, and welcome back to Formula Sundays. Challenger tier here tonight in Baku. With me in the booth is Kingsman, and yeah, we're watching a pretty declined grid, if you will, take it on here in the narrow streets of Azerbaijan.
Yeah, we are. Doom couldn't get rid of me after last week, so I've just spawned again to do some more, as Doom mentioned, a declining Challenger grid. At one point, I believe they were at a full grid in Challenger. We're now down to the final 9 participants. We do have someone on their race debut so late into the season in Wild Ghost in the Kicks Alba. So it'll be very interesting to see where he can line up amongst, I want to say, the top about 4 of Nitro, Cherry, Catalina, and DJ. But the grid's even so small this weekend that all you've got to do to get points is just finish the race.
Yeah, I'm really hoping like the content track is compensating for the lack of drivers we have. And of course, well, we have a little bit of a wild card with Wild Ghost, as we have not seen him drive much before. Could really go anywhere with this performance here today. And yeah, hopefully, given that the sign-up numbers for Elite are not looking much brighter, we can get some of these Challenger drivers to compete in Elite later on as well.
Yeah, that's the hope at this point, but we've just got to focus on what's in front of us at the moment. With, yeah, this track being known for its content. I believe one season in Challenger back when I won the tier, we had, is either 4 or 3 finishers out of about a grid of 8 or 9. So the tough street circuit can definitely provide content when you need it most. But here we go, starting off on their first hot lap. The first car to cross the line is going to be Wild Ghost. Oh, and he's hit the wall. Wow. Yeah, what a crashing start.
Yeah, that lap got cold really quick. I do wonder, did they alter the corner exit in turn 1? I thought you were having the option to go a little bit wider there. Kind of confused that the curb is like so close to the wall there. Really thought you were like taking the entire curb easy peasy and then go into the wall. But, well, DJ making some contact with the wall here as well. Some of the curbs can also really like have you grind on them and send you straight into the wall. So it's a little bit of a roulette maybe on what curb you want to take and what not. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it's really just track knowledge at this point, and if the drivers have done their warm-ups properly, they'll know what bits of curb they can get away with using and what bit of curbs they obviously can't get away with, which for a lot of them is most notably 0. But I think the big one we'll look at, especially with contact in the race, is going to be that left and right hander, as DJ completely cuts the chicane.
Yeah.
And his lap is now invalid as we move to the next car. Or I'm going to move to the next car, certainly, which is Fabian.
Oh yeah, could do indeed. Cherry has also abandoned his hot lap already. He was not using ERS at all, or rather was on medium ERS. Certainly not as much usage as you would want. Fabian is on hot lap here. Might be the first and only car to really complete their run on their first attempt. At least of the first bunch. I mean, Wild Ghost did finish it in the end, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cherry with a 140 as well. Wait, was Cherry on a hot lap actually?
He was, yeah. I think from what the Elite guys have said, at least, I might be completely wrong, but their medium ERS is actually better than hot lap because you get less wheel spin out of corners when using medium, and it's a lot more effective from what I've been told. As Nitro, using medium ERS as well, goes just above the 140 mark. They've got all challenger drivers looking to get under that, and that will definitely be pole as Rice brings it back with a 142 and almost a nice smooch with the wall, but he avoids that as he goes round. And we've got two more cars in Dedi and Catalina on their out laps, so I don't think anyone's going for a double lap here, so it'll be one of those two we look at next. But I don't think Dedi will be necessarily looking at pole. He's not on the pace of the top guys, whereas Catalina, she might look for a surprise and might look for that bit of shock factor that she's provided at some times to one-up her teammate in DJ.
Yes, of course plagued by absence as well. Could have certainly played a bigger role in the championship, but just due to missing out a lot of the races. It's not quite up there with DJ, but usually the performances are quite alright. And yeah, we're gonna see how well she can do today here. DJ DNF'd.
Oh, he retired in the pits. Was that might have been a
Disconnect.
technical failure,
yeah.
or disconnect? Yeah, that is a shame because Baku is a very notoriously difficult circuit to overtake on unless you've got that complete raw pace. As yeah, that is unfortunate for him, as he will find himself more than likely on the back of the grid unless Asuna doesn't set a lap here. But yeah, already being questioned in the Challenger tier chat. What has gone on with DJ? I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. Hopefully, though, he is back before qualifying. I believe him and I'm gonna have a look now. Him and Nitro, and it's not really a championship fight because Nitro is 34 points ahead. But if Nitro wins and DJ picks up only 2 points, I believe he. Actually, I might need to do some quick maths on that to see what Nitro needs to win the championship today. But I think if DJ's disconnect keeps him out entirely and he doesn't get a good points finish, that Nitro will win the championship today.
Yeah, I mean, oh, well, as we talked about, how Catalina could maybe, yeah, mix it up a little bit. There is provisional pole for her. Yeah. Nitro further away than I thought, actually. I think he has like a 50-point gap almost, so he basically needs to DNF for DJ still have a good chance. But yeah, very interesting regardless, to see if he can clutch it out today, or if we need to see the last two races to see the championship result.
Well, I can tell you now, if Nitro wins the race today, DJ would need to score 10 points to even keep the championship battle alive, and that put him on 49 points. So he needs a P5 at the very worst to keep the championship alive today. And I'm sure as he looks back throughout the championship, Australia and oh my god, which American race was it this season? Was it Miami?
Yeah, I think it was Miami.
Miami and Melbourne have absolutely ruined his championship chances this season, with Nitro having a 35-point swing on him, and that is literally the difference between the two, with obviously Ocean and Fabian taking wins in respective races. And yeah, as you mentioned before, Catalina having a 3-race absence. As much as it wouldn't put her really back in championship contention, she still would sort of be up there, and Racing Bulls would have a much easier time of the constructors. As yeah, it's McLaren obviously chasing, but yeah, help McLaren push back forward, because Nitro has got to do it all on his own versus the two chasing pack.
I mean, Cherry is sliding into the walls left and right here on his next attempt. Could spectate Asuna a little, I think. He's about to start his first lap in the Alpine. last lone stand-in Alpine. Still driving here. Yeah, honestly, it's quite a remarkable decline in attendance throughout both tiers, really. Wonder at this rate we would not even get like a permanently full elite tier only for next season, no? Like less than 10 lineups as of now.
Yeah, there's been 20 drivers who have raced in at least one race this season, if not maybe more, in the Challenger tier. But that can happen. Drivers can lose interest at points or be pushed away from that. But that happens, and we just hope as we go into what would be season 20, I believe, we can get the good number of sign-ups we had. We've still had a good few racing here, but I'm now on board with Nitro, who is 3/10 up after his first sector, purple first sector as well. So he is flying round on his second lap. Banker lap, clearly he took it a bit more carefully, took it a bit more safe, but as he goes through the castle section, can he navigate that very close to the wall? I don't know whether that was intentional or not, but still, he's made it through that part of the track all right. And as it stands, if Nitro doesn't lose that time in sector 2 or 3, because there's a lot of ERS in the tank, which might be good for the main straight, longest straight on the calendar. But as we come down towards the end of sector 2, is 4/10 up. It's looking good.
Yeah, coming over to the last straight now. Half of his battery is still available. It's the bolt to get dumped on this straight entirely. And good management, I think, of his ERS here, if he's running out just when he's about to cross the line here. And that is a pretty good lap as well. Half a second, or no, 0.3 it is ahead of Bull for now. I mean, Fabian, of course, had not really had the time to practice much. Given that I know he is, or he was driving a 6-hour race in iRacing today with Yapsinio and Matti, the two other co-founders of Formula Sundays, who are long out of the picture really. So he's been grinding for that, and now after his 2-hour stint, yeah, he's just rocking up for Formula Sundays for some more racing. Truly crazy.
That is commitment to sim racing on a good level. We can just hope for Fabian's sake and the amount of driving he's been doing today, whether it be in F1 or outside of it, that he can get a pretty lucky for Fabian, but a normal for everyone else race. We can just hope that nice relaxing race, he can get maybe sneak a P5, P4, get a good time on the board, but
maybe survive lap 1 is the start.
That'd be a very good start. I'm pretty sure Fabian, if you could say survive lap 1, he would bite your hands off for that right now.
Yeah,
he
probably
would not be complaining in the slightest. But Catalina on her second lap is 2/10 up after sector 1, making that what I thought was a secure pole for Nitro maybe look not so secure after all. Catalina now just feeding it through sector 2, used more battery, only has 40% in the tank going into the final straight, whereas Nitro had 70% ERS, but Catalina is 3/10 up. Depending on setup, Catalina might gain all this time back, but I just think Nitro, having that more ERS in the tank on his lap, will have that benefit, and I don't think Catalina's going to get it. She still needs 300ths on the final lap, and the battery is fully depleted now. As she goes towards the line, it's an improvement, but she drops 2/10 due to the lack of ERS on that lap, and I don't think she'll be able to get another lap out. So if anyone's going to have to beat Nitro here, it's going to have to be Cherry, and he is going to need one absolute stormer of a lap.
Daddy is on his next lap here, and I don't know, I've seen literally every driver by now hit that bump on the right. I'm convinced that it was maybe not there before, or it wasn't that big. Because, I don't know, people just keep hitting it. But we'll see. Don't think it loses you super much time, so Daddy's probably fine.
Maybe there's something attracting the Challenger drivers over there. Maybe there's like some mystical force that's just like pulling the Challenger drivers to that wall. Yeah, Daddy is 0.8 down, and depending on his fuel load, it might just be best for him to get that ERS back up and sort of reset for another lap.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
He's turned it off. Is Rice on a lap?
I think
Rice might be on a lap.
Got medium ERS on as Wild Ghost leaves the session, clearly not happy with P7 at the moment. As Rice, I don't think he is. Oh no, he is. He is using now. Just taking the strat of use all the ERS in sector 2 and 3.
Yeah.
It'd be very interesting to see. He's burning it down to 70.
I was about to say he probably recharge a lot in the middle as well, so he probably used it in sector 1 and then pretty much recharged his battery, and now everything's getting dumped over here.
Yeah, 0.8 up as well. He still needs 0.3 to even contend with Cherry's first lap, and he'll appreciate, I think, taking that P3. It gives you the inside line into that final corner. Catalina put in challenge check. Can't believe that she's bottled it. As Rice to the line, he gets an extra 10th, but it won't challenge Cherry. But it will put him more than clear of Deddy in P5. Deddy's going to need a 1.5 second improvement to even think about getting towards Rice here. As Asuna hasn't set a lap time yet, but hasn't invalidated his lap, which is always a good sign as he comes round, coming onto the final straight, and he'll be looking to not qualify last, but with DJ not setting a lap time, he is looking at that very nicely.
Yeah, let's see. I can only assume he has not driven too much F1 either. Not sure what he's been up to, but
not F1.
Not F1.
That's for sure. As he sets a time just 0.5 behind Wild Ghost here, whose computer has frozen. So hopefully it can unfreeze and
Wait,
get
has he
back
said that?
Yeah, he said that in Challenger Tier General. So he said computer freezes. Hopefully it can work its way out of the ice and get back to driving Formula Sundays. His Cherry lap invalidates. He was 0.3 up. It was looking so good for the man in the Red Bull, but he's not going to get a lap, and it's going to be P3 for Cherry in the end. Nitro is on a lap, but he is just setting a lap for bonus points at this point. No one is able to take pole away from him. I don't think, unless Fabian pulls out a masterclass. I might be doubting Fabian here, but if Fabian can pull out 2.5 seconds and take pole, scenes, and I want to see that on the meme review.
Yeah, I mean, that would be content, but let's see. That does not sound like fast lap.
It's wall. There's Nitro.
Yeah, that does
Nitro's still 0.2 up as well. Nitro is going to improve here potentially, as long as his back straight is better than it was on the last lap. He was 0.2 up coming out of sector 2, and just to make that margin to the rest of the field even better for those bragging rights, what can Nitro bring across the line? And it's a 39 for a 1.5 improvement. And according to DJ, he crashed in the pit lane, so it wasn't a disconnect.
Oh,
it wasn't
wow.
an anything. He crashed on the way into the pit lane, and DJ reckons he could have done a 39-1, so it would have displaced Nitro by 0.3 here. But Fabian's 4 seconds down. What can Deddy do?
No, he's not on a fast lap neither.
Down. Oh, he's not on a fast lap. Okay,
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
That is qualifying over, and I think the big shock being DJ found the pit wall, not pole position. Oh, no, just wait for them. I'm just hoping none of them go into the pits. Just drive to the line. And do not force us to sit and watch you go into the pits in your lovely mechanics. Either as Fabian does oblige, Deddy, putting all his ERS into it. He is getting there as quickly as possible. He knows. Deddy understood the mission. But yeah, that lines up the 9 drivers and a DJ and Nitro sandwich, the 2 championship contenders, separated by the rest of the field, but it's in Nitro's favor.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if DJ can still bounce back. I mean, it's not like you can't overtake here, really. Like, it's the longest straight in Formula 1. Plenty of opportunity to go past into turn 1 and also, I think, into turn 3. It's also reasonably possible to overtake there. So, question is just how long he takes until he's getting there. And, yeah, how much of a lead Nitro can be built in the meantime.
Yeah, that's the big one, isn't it? It's how far Nitro needs to drop Catalina from his DRS lap 1 if possible, because Catalina will be doing her absolute best to get ahead of the racing ball and do pretty much everything to annoy Nitro to try and get her teammate a fighting chance in the race here. But be very interesting what we can see, as I believe I saw Wild Ghost come back into the lobby, which is always a relief. We don't like seeing anyone in AI mode because we've seen in the past that causes shall we say, some complications in the game.
Wait, Lauda is driving tonight. I'm only now whipping
Yeah.
out the Twitch chat.
Yeah, I mean, Lauda's always drives. He's
Lauda
been
did not
showing us
drive
he's
for the
like
last 2 weeks and was supposedly retired. Maybe he didn't
Oh
drive for
yeah.
the last week only.
Well, to be fair, I did see him. Like someone put, hey, he's like 70th in the world in time trial on Baku. So I hope he wasn't just like for a laugh saying, "Ha, I'm gonna outqualify all of you,"
Yeah,
and
for
like
jokes.
not turn up. He's like jokes, "Yeah, I'm quicker than you all, lol," and
Yeah,
just
fair.
doesn't show up.
I mean,
But
always love to see regulars
yeah,
on the track. Dude, I mean, like, Catalina messaged me about this because she's displayed as Con always. And I can't really change that much, I'm afraid. But it reminds me
what
of
on the stream?
Con, who was like, he had a notorious Baku race once where he went through the pits 6 times in the first
Yes.
12 laps.
Yeah, my old teammate Con.
Oh well.
Yeah.
What a
Oh.
time that was.
Yeah, those were those were the good days, as we like to say. But now in the present, we move away from the past. And wait, does this show us Con on the stream?
I can change.
You
We
or...
need to be friends. How do I do that?
Well, mine says Catalina, and I'm not friends with Catalina. So if yours still shows Con, it is just an issue, a Marto issue.
The thing, it shows Catalina here. Let's not
So where
do
does it show
this.
Con? Does it
Maybe
show
on
Con
Steam.
somewhere?
Okay, yeah. I'll have
Yeah.
to figure that out, I guess. But like, I don't know why it still shows that.
Yeah, investigative journalism needed. But in terms of the tyres, for the starting procedure, you've got the top 3 all on the medium compound. You've got Rice then as an outlier on the hards. Deddy, Fabian, both on mediums. Wild Ghost has elected for the hards. Asuna on mediums. And DJ at the back of the grid. He'll want to make quick positions. And he's gone with the soft tyre to really make his statement here. So it's a very, very big moment for him, and can he push forward? I think he can.
Yeah, I think soft tires are gonna help him greatly. In the early laps, he's hoping for a safety car, of course, which is not entirely unlikely. But yeah, remains to be seen really how well this is gonna work out. Soft tire start compared to medium hard runners is usually always a gamble. But yeah, Nitro parking himself very angled towards the inside as well, ready to defend against Catalina here, most likely.
Yeah, that's the smart thing. He does not want Catalina getting ahead at the start. That would probably be worst case scenario for him, as the red lights show in the challenger tier, and it's a very quick getaway here for the drivers as Wild Ghost drops to the back of the grid immediately. I don't think he got in time, but Nitro holds that P1, and Deddy goes around the outside into turn 1. He gets past Rice, and a very nice move was in Fabian looking for that move now potentially. Does he get it to stick? I don't think he does. He sits still in P6, but a critical move for Deddy, and Wild Ghost is going so slowly at the back. And my controller has decided to disconnect, even though I'm not involved in the race, so I can't see anything.
I'm not sure if... yeah, this looks like some sort of disconnect. He does not have any inputs. He does also not have any front wing.
Fabian and Asuna
yeah.
have collided. So that drops both of them down. DJ getting 2 positions off it, but he's already 3 seconds behind Right. Oh no.
Asuna is just... So, I will say he has missed his breaking point.
He did the famous Fabian and Bats, just smacking into the wall at full speed. But Catalina hasn't been dropped in the slightest by Nitro as we move to the front field. Cherry as well, still behind, and probably the biggest shock to anyone, Deddy is hanging just behind Cherry at 5/10 behind. So is there any chance, dare I say, that Deddy might look for a move on his way to the podium spot? I wouldn't think so, but it wouldn't surprise me as Catalina lines up a move for the lead of the race, and she gets it, having what seems to be a better front wing than Nitro. She gets ahead as Nitro looks on the inside, doesn't take it, and Catalina takes the lead of this race. But how long will she keep it now that DRS has been activated?
I wonder if it is worth it to dump so much ERS into a move when DRS is gonna come online now and basically just lose her the position again. We'll see. Nitro did not manage to go past just yet. Deddy has dropped down a good amount against Cherry. All of a sudden 2 seconds behind. DJ is a good bit behind the field. I wonder if he was caught in the Asuna Fabian crash.
And Wild Ghost retires on track. That is an absolute shame. It would have been nice to have seen some racing out of him, but we'll see none of the sorts. And we have our first non-finisher in this race. And I would have put money on it being Asuna, but it's not. He's still going in P8. But yeah, Catalina is starting to pull away from Nitro here, actually. 7/10 going towards the back straight, but it all doesn't matter. She just needs to make sure the gap is over a second when she comes to the DRS detection zone. And at the minute, she is looking very good to do that, but exit not favouring her as Nitro slowly now will start to reel her in. The overspeed that Nitro will have on this could gain him 5 to 6/10, so a move could be potentially on as Cherry will be more than happy to follow behind. DRS is online for the drivers now as Nitro looks to push forward, looks to have a move, doesn't go for it as Rice gets past Deddy back into P4, and DJ sets the fastest lap, but with the DRS trains going throughout the field, he will want to be more than closer to them, because being what must be... Ooh, what is that? Let's see if we go...
Oh yeah, well, where are you going with this?
No. I was going to see how far away is from the lead. I'm trying to find how far off the lead he is, man.
Yeah, his fastest lap is not even that much. Oh, shit. Well, there's the safety car he needed.
You can't say that! Oh no, Doom's got... Oh, he's just missed his braking point now. That is... Well, that... If Nitro finishes P2, he wins the championship, I believe.
Oh, well.
I believe there will be insignificant races as DJ is your next 0-point finisher, and a safety car helping Fabian and Asuna massively, who had dropped off that pack. And, well, Catalina kept the lead going through that, and I don't know whether she will be happy or sad to see the safety car, but this really does shake it up.
I was just about to say, DJ wasn't going much faster either way. Like, he's not gaining, or he did not gain anything on the lead, even on his soft tires, so he was probably needed to push a lot harder, just like he probably did before he died here. Even with this tire advantage. I'm curious to see whether or not people are pitting now. I presume the hard runners will stay out. But I do also presume that the medium runners might go for hards and try to get it to the end.
Well, yes. Yes. To answer that, Catalina, Nitro, Cherry all dive into the pits looking to avoid a drive-through, oh not drive-through, but a 10-second penalty, and Deddy does as well. So Rice on those old, hard compound of tyres will take the lead of the race, and well, all the drivers pitting now, so they will keep position here, but Rice does gain for P1, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how long Rice can hold out with the the drivers behind having a 3-lap delta.
Panda is asking, did Fabian have a lap 1 accident, as if he doesn't know that Fabian always has a lap 1 accident.
Yeah, he does, to be fair.
Of course he had.
Why are we surprised, people? This is the lap 1 incident magnet we're talking about here. But yeah, Fabian, we were saying beforehand how nice it'd be if he didn't catch a lap 1 incident. And
I think we should just never talk about Fabian ever. Maybe he just gets another win then. Maybe he gets another win today. Who knows? Bro, there's a
everyone
wasp
DNF'd.
that I have removed twice from my room today. And it keeps coming back as if the Holy Grail or something is hidden in here. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, well, the good news is that the Wasps all want Doom at this moment in time, but as I think the safety car will probably go for another lap. Wait, does Asuna hit the wall? No, okay. I just saw Asuna's dot basically stopped on the map, and I thought he might have gone for a trip into the wall again. It seems not, but I think we'll have another lap now of the safety car, and then we'll get to go racing again on, dare I say, what might be a very much DRS train end to the race.
Well, it's still enough time left, I guess. At least everybody is gonna be lined up again, and we're having the few remaining drivers potentially fighting a little bit. Nitro into the pits now. I wonder why.
Again. Maybe the mediums last?
I don't think so. And even if so, why would you? I mean, he's going for mediums.
Oh, new front wing. New front wing. He's
Oh.
damaged his front wing somewhere.
Oh, there's probably no option to just change front wing and not change the tires.
Oh, yeah, true, actually. Yeah, so I wonder what happened with Nitro. He's just put lol into the challenger chat. So maybe he's hit into the back of. Oh no, you've got a penalty. Maybe he's smacked into the wall somewhere. But nonetheless, Nitro to the back of the grid. Maybe he's not winning the championship today.
It's still more than likely.
We can have some hope for a championship battle going down to the wire.
Yeah, honestly, the hopes are slim to begin with, I guess. But yeah, we're coping out here.
A lot of cope as well. There is an absolute lot of cope riding on this championship battle, still being alive. As yeah, the grid entirely reforms itself, and yeah, I imagine safety car will be in this lap. It's Catalina and Cherry, the leading duo now. So again, dare I say, we've got the question. I've got the question at least on my mind. how quickly does Nitro dissect the field? I imagine he'll get past Asuna very quickly. Fabian, not as quick, but I don't think he'll have any issues. But Deddy, Cherry, and Catalina is where the issue lies for him.
Apparently I did not change the assist settings. Oops.
Oh no. What assist
Oh no,
have
I
you
did
left on?
pit assist off. Easy.
Someone's just slammed it into the pits at 200 kilometers an hour and they've just halted to
No,
80.
no, that's... Honestly, that's the only relevant one. Steering assist or braking assist is irrelevant in a way that it makes you so much slower that you just rather don't have this on either way.
Rice is gone, and very good restart for him. Catalina doesn't have the run she might want going down into this, as 2/10 the gap. Maybe she does look for it. She has gone to the inside and got the move done. Now broken herself on Cherry. Oh my god. Cherry from out of nowhere, WWE style.
Is that Cherry with a metal chair? just slamming everybody into the wall there. Just absolutely bodied the other leaders. I mean,
Rice did go wide, to be fair. Cherry might have saw the gap, but then Rice, obviously, seeing that gap, thought that he had a bit of an option here. Didn't have it, and Cherry is a second clear of Catalina as it stands. I've still got Caution Sector 1. There is no Caution Sector 1. But Nitro has dispatched the first driver in Asuna. And we're seeing a bit of a train develop now behind Rice, as expected, with the top two clearing him very quickly by Cherry's metal chair tactics. But yeah, very, very good incident. And Cherry will now look to break that 1 second mark.
Yeah, that was rather quick indeed. But to expand on bats there, it's only that these settings are allowed. Just because steering and braking assist on is allowed does not mean it turns it on for wild ghosts. So if they don't have that on themselves, they are not active for them as well. So I don't think the settings on the lobby are the issue. Either way.
Real issue.
Let's, yeah, surely, probably skill issue. In doubt, always skill issue. Yeah. Never the host's fault. The bank always wins.
Yeah. Exactly, house always wins. As Cherry has got a 1.7 second gap to Catalina, with Rice being 3 seconds, and Fabian looking for the move round the outside, but Rice keeps P3 for now. And Nitro has not made any more progress here, as he does look for a move on Deddy, does maybe go a bit too much contact as Fabian, Deddy, and Nitro stick together like glue, giving Deddy P4 here. So, a bit of an interesting move from Nitro, and I believe Fabian might have got caught up in it, but it gives Rice a nice gap to work with.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a brute force there, just really hard crashing into Fabian there. Like a RIP Eric 2024. Welcome back, Eric.
Welcome back. Oh, if only he was in the Williams, that would be proper meme reviews.
Yeah, to be fair, it wasn't Rice. I think it may have been Nitro, it may have been Deddy. I am not entirely sure.
I think it was Nitro. I saw Nitro look for a move on Deddy on the inside. It all depends. We don't have the point of view that the drivers have naturally. But yeah, Rice has been caught back by Deddy again. Deddy very eager to get that podium position in his Haas. And yeah, Nitro's been kind of caught behind Fabian. He won't get DRS, certainly Deddy, so he will get past Fabian, but it's whether he has the battery to keep him behind. And Rice, very slow through this. Deddy might look for a move before the DRS even gets open here, as Nitro gets a move beforehand. But Fabian will have DRS now, so a move back past for Fabian might not be all too surprising here, as Fabian not opting to use his DRS in the tank, as Deddy gets past Rice for the final podium spot here, and a very nice move that was. Deddy now is going to want to drive into the distance and hope that Rice can hold Nitro behind for as long. Not hit the wall, Deddy.
Yeah, Fabian hit the wall hard as well behind these guys, so it's a little bit of a weird situation here. Deddy and Rice side by side. Let's see. They both make it alive though, and Deddy seems to be coming out ahead.
Yeah.
Rice, though, has to pit still, no?
Yes, he does. Yeah, he started the race on that. I just heard like the biggest wall slam I've
Yeah,
ever
I think
heard.
that was Rice. My brain did not register it, but he lost some time, so...
Oh, right, yeah, it must have been. And he might struggle through the castle section. Is Deddy 8 tenths away here? And what is this camera angle I'm getting for Deddy? I'm actually on Deddy's shoulder. Oh, there we go. I've got off of Deddy's shoulder here, but
You did what on Daddy's shoulder?
I was just sat there, in the
Oh, yeah,
car, just like relaxing. Nothing else. Definitely not. No, I would never. But yeah, Deddy is going to want to break that 1 second gap. It's currently at 9 tenths, and there we go, at 1 second. But Rice does get the better exit here, and it's fading in between a second and out of a second. And it looks, yeah, Rice has definitely got it here. I wouldn't say his fight with Nitro, but he would want to keep Nitro behind because I don't know how long the medium tyres last. Because I don't think he'll get them all the way 14 laps as Nitro moves to the inside, has a look at the move into turn 1 again. We've seen that so many times this evening that he's not going to get it on this particular lap as the gap between third and second really opens up, and Catalina and Cherry I don't think have any issues apart from the walls.
So, coincidentally, I can see the tire wear off Nitro's mediums. And it's not looking that bad. I don't think he's gonna struggle much going to the end.
Okay, we hacked into
Oh
racing.
my god, unless of course he gets killed before. Rice definitely attempting that here. Gonna have the inferior line here though. Oh, gets given the space I guess. And side by side here the two of them make it through. Both of them coming out alive.
That's good. As long as they make it out alive, all is well and good. But yeah,
oh boy.
Nitro is 2 seconds
You
behind.
know what didn't make it out alive of the castle section?
Was it Fabian?
It was Rice's front wing.
Oh no.
But I think his pit stop may come rather sooner than later because he's missing the entire right end plate.
Yeah, just I'm not even gonna say what I'm thinking. Just Fabian should get a move done here into the end straight. He has got the ERS to do it, and he is burning.
Watch him.
To keep close to Rice. Watch him.
Watch him go
like,
past on the left, or try go past on the left, and then get taken out when Rice goes into the pits.
Well, see, now that would be comedy. Oh no, Fabian.
Okay, Rice is not going in though. Rice is not going in.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, but this would be a Fabian way to die, 100%.
Oh, or the wall after turn 1, which looked very close.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rice is just going backwards pretty much now. Asuna, the car behind 6 seconds. Rice though might have a look at coming for an overtake again, as he pulls to the inside, and Fabian, I don't think gonna fight that too much as yet. Rice does get through on the inside, or maybe not.
No, I
Fabian
don't think it's quite done yet.
it.
I mean, Rice, of course, with the added benefit of, or rather, added disadvantage of not having a right end plate. Fabian is getting some touches with the walls as well, but doing so rather gently. Don't think he picked up any damage there.
Yeah, but all the time, Asuna is gaining. As much as it's not by much, he is still slowly bringing that time down towards them. As Fabian and Rice keep battling, it might bring Asuna back into this. Speaking of, Nitro is closing into Deddy very quickly here, and the gap is just over 1 second. So it'll be another, can Nitro pick up ERS? Deddy burns the ERS, Nitro burns the ERS out of Sector 2. And Deddy looks like he's going to keep Nitro behind for another lap. Or have I spoken too soon? I've spoken too soon. Yeah, I'm just not going to speak, I think, about predicting stuff because Nitro has DRS, no ERS for either driver, so I don't think there'll be a move into the straight.
Yeah, Nitro is going 0.8 faster per lap than the Haas. So, yeah. An overtake is soon to be expected. Fabian is back past Rice. Wonder if the counterattack's coming on the second straight again.
And yeah, Nitro pulls to the inside. We've seen this move done plenty of times, and we've seen the driver on the outside fight it back, obviously having the inside line into the next corner. Lovely fight between these two for that final podium spot. Nitro will now have the inside line. This isn't normally where you go side by side with two drivers, but Deddy kind of forces his way through, and he will hold on to P3. And Nitro, definitely don't look for a move there. That I definitely recommend against that. But yes, as Nitro gets through, and all of this is just eating at his chance of getting back towards Catalina and Sherry. At this point, he'd need a second a lap, and that's not happening, especially since his tyres will have more wear on them towards the end.
Yeah, he is currently on around 26% still, compared to the hard runners, who I have only one data set for, but it's 16%. Not actually that big of a difference. Of course, there's still 7 laps to go, but I think at this point, I think the safety car came out in lap 4. So we have driven 7 laps on these tires already, and that means they are just about only gonna get driven until 50-something%, which shouldn't be too bad for the mediums.
No, but again, Nitro looking. Deddy found the wall.
Yeah.
Another driver. Yeah, another driver finding the wall.
I swear,
Deddy
this wall has not been so prominent in past games. I can't remember it being there, and honestly, given that everybody crashes into this, I don't think the drivers remember either. Oh,
well,
Deddy.
I might do some time trial in between the races and sort of see how prominent that wall is looking. As Deddy still holding on to P3 here by an absolute hair. As Fabian, I don't know if we mentioned it, Fabian did get past Rice in the end, as Rice's tyres just degrade to the absolute limit. But unless Nitro doesn't get past Deddy, I think the only move we might be seeing is Nitro past Deddy at this point. Obviously, Nitro does have the better pace. He doesn't have the better tyres, but I think his pace advantage over Deddy should be good enough that he gets the move done.
Yeah, to be fair though, Deddy is currently driving the widest Haas on the grid. It's not that easy for Nitro to get past, really. He has had valiant attempts, but then again, I mean, we saw Deddy holding on, not given an inch. And yeah, in the end, I don't know, so far it's working out good for him, and I mean, you always think Nitro is dropping out, is getting further away or so, but then again, you just gain almost a second if you have DRS on the straight, so even being 0.8 down doesn't matter too much. He's gonna go all the way up to 0.3 down or something, and then he's gonna be in a good position to make a move into turn 3.
Yeah, that's exactly it. As much as Deddy's tyres might give him the benefit through Sector 2, Sector 3 is where Nitro gains it all back, and Deddy just smooching that wall. Every wall gets a smooch from Deddy as Rice finally makes his pit stop. It's going to be onto the soft compound, so he is going to really look to chase down Asuna in these final laps. I don't see him chasing down Fabian. I think that gap of 12, it's going to be more than that, of 20 seconds is going to be far too much for him. As, yeah, he will look to chase down Asuna, and I'm more than certain Rice will get that move done, but I think that's where we will see it end. So maybe a fastest lap for Rice as well would be nice at this point.
I mean, it is quite entertaining to see Deddy slide all the way around the track. I can't imagine this is too nice for his tyres. But then again, he of course has a little bit of more life in them, given they are the harder compounds. He does wallbang very often. Play too much Trackmania maybe. Oh yeah, a little bit track limits are a mere suggestion to Deddy. But as long as he doesn't pick up a penalty, it's all nice and well. Oh, this looks really tough to defend for Deddy though. I think he's gonna fall here. at least for now, may get the comeback on the second straight. Let's see.
Nitro had full battery going into the final straight compared to Deddy, who was on 20%. So that move felt inevitable at this point, but Deddy might get the better exit here. No wall contact either, but Nitro breaking that slipstream will just keep Deddy at bay. And as it stands, I don't believe Nitro. I think Nitro will be a point off winning the championship. So, yeah, it will be more than wrapped up. But officially, the championship will still be. Oh no, has he won it by a point? Hold on.
How much is he at currently?
He is 34 ahead at the minute, so he'll be 49 ahead. He'll be a point off winning the championship.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, it's next to impossible to take away either way. But yeah, I doubt he's gonna get further up. Oh, we have another battle here, even though I doubt this is gonna be a long one, because I think Rice is just gonna make a move by sheer will.
Pace.
Yeah. Just driven past it sooner, not really caring if it's an overtaken spot or not. Full ERS, so I assume he's gonna lay down a hot lap next lap to grab that fastest lap. Well, it's not really a point anymore. I guess you could say it's a style point.
Not even a point. No points for you, Rice. Poor L strategy. Unlucky. No, I'm kidding. No, he's did give it a go. He just got unfortunate.
Yeah, it's the safety car really. Like, to be fair, I think this is probably the first safety car we've had in Challenger.
Really?
I can't remember any other. I can remember some VSCs, but honestly I might have fumbled the safety car settings. I just took whatever preset I had from hosting one of the earlier races. Not sure if the settings are still entirely accurate. But yeah, I just couldn't make myself check again.
Yeah, maybe it was on increase.
It's definitely not on increased, but maybe it is on standard when it's usually on reduced.
Yeah, can't have Cherry winning. Agreed. Scrap the race. Redo next week. DJ, the championship's still on. Yeah. So, but no, that's unfortunate. I think it'd have been a safety car anyway, for DJ literally just dying on the wall. So, yeah. But yeah, this is pretty much how I see it ending. Deddy has fallen away from Nitro as to be expected. I don't think Fabian is gaining by enough to comprehensively gain the time. And it'll be very interesting to see how Rice can do when he eventually goes for a quick lap. Unless this is the quick lap that he's on currently.
I doubt it. He's barely using any energy. Unless he's planning to dump it all on the main straight, I guess. But yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and maybe this is just a strat for fastest lap. Well, honestly, his lap time is not looking too bad. 1:43.4 is the fastest lap as of now. Actually, he's not making that. He's not even faster than his personal fastest lap. So yeah, maybe he doesn't bother about fast lap much. Just wants to go as quick as possible generally. Nitro is approaching 50% tire wear. Hard tires should be around the 30%. The Wasp I have around here just went into a can of energy drink. So I'm just gonna bring that out of the door real quick, and we'll hopefully get rid of it once more.
Doom is fighting for his life right now. Can we have prayers? We just hope that Doom wins his fight versus the Wasp. That's the undercard. We've seen Cherry with a metal chair on Catalina and Rice. Now we've got Doom versus Wasp.
Bro,
that would.
I took it out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like it escaped the can, flew immediately back through my door, and flew right back where the other cans of energy drink are standing. This fucking thing is addicted. I mean, maybe I'm just outing myself for having multiple empty cans of energy drinks on my desk right now, but... yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, well, that's interesting. Did you get rid of it eventually? And by get rid of it, I mean put it away for permanently.
No.
No.
Put the used
You said
cans
it.
away, you mess. Nah. Fuck off.
No, I mean the wasp.
Yeah, I know.
Have you put it down?
Tidy your desk is what people are saying, but they
No,
have no clue.
they don't know.
Desks are too big for your working space. There's a designated corner for piling up empty bottles and drinks that you bring away once every 2 or 3 days.
They don't know.
You ain't getting no witches with a messy desk. You have no idea. You don't need.
They do not. They do not know.
They do not know, indeed.
I have the all I'm gonna say is I have the cleanest desk in the world, and I know for a fact that that is like far from the truth.
Yeah. What does it bring you, right? Like.
Yeah, nothing but like nothing. Yeah, there's not even anything I can attest to.
Well.
There's no happiness.
Which one is it? One?
Cool.
I think it's this one again. I'm just gonna throw out on the balcony and just...
It's back. Oh no. This is a fight for the ages. And no, I'm not talking about anything in game. I am talking about the fight between Doom and the Wasp, which is back on the cards. But Bryce has caught considerably amount to Fabian, as much as he probably won't get it due to this being the final lap of the race. He's definitely gonna have done a good job to catch up to Fabian. No, he's not gonna walk away with the fastest lap from it. However, who is gonna walk away with something, given they don't like absolutely bottle it at the moment, is Cherry. He's gonna walk away with his first race win, maybe ever, or like in a while. Considering the amount Cherry has been racing.
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure, actually. I don't think he's raced Challengers here before, or did he? Because
No,
if so,
hasn't.
I think he
No.
has a race win.
He has not raced Challenger because that's before the season. All the complaining was, "How am I not Challenger? I've never been Challenger. They don't want me in Challenger." Yeah, you can see why these
Yeah,
gapped
for fucking
Nitro.
reason, man. Yeah, for real.
He's gapped Nitro by 18 seconds, 19 seconds. Cherry, chat. Can we get a spam of Cherry #Cherry to Elite? So like this man can see it when he comes out of the race.
Yeah, for
But
real.
nonetheless, Cherry weaving. It'd be fun. I don't want to hate on the guy because we've got a team with him in Rocket League.
Hey,
But
let
it'd
him be
funny if
happy.
he crashed into the wall. But no, Cherry wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in Formula Sundays in Challenger tier. Catalina comes home for second place. Very unbothered race for the two of them, minus the safety car restart, and it's going to be Nitro rounding off the podium. He doesn't win the championship today. It will go down to, I believe, Hungary's the next race. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Deddy picks up P4 and a very nice race.
Yeah, it is. I mean, of course, everybody's getting points either way. But yeah, I mean, can't really get Cherry to lead because what would Challenger be then? Like 8 drivers?
Yeah, I mean, you can.
Yeah.
#Cherry to Elite.
Or didn't Cherry commit mass murder at the start there? He might. We might
No,
see that.
no, he just used the metal chair. That was all.
Oh yeah.
Nothing too. As soon as pitting, Asuna, why do you do this to us?
He is a special boy. Elite is 8 drivers. Man, I don't know, man. I've been
Really?
having a fucking fever. And migraines all day long, and I was like, yeah, I'm not streaming this shit. And then Kingsman was like, yeah, when we meeting, and I was like, fuck it, we ball. I will stream this shit, and here we are, man. Single-digit drivers in both tiers. And watching Baku.
I thought it was 11.
It
There's 11
was.
checked in.
I think it was some more as well. I was surprised a little bit reading it's ninth.
It's
Kingsman
not
is
8,
bad
it's
for my
11.
health, confirmed. Yeah, yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah, that's all the women have said as well.
You talk to him. Oh, wait.
No, you're so right. No, I do not. But there you go. Cherry, race winner, fastest lap, and your driver of the day. He doesn't pick up most overtakes. But Cherry finally gets to stand on the top step of the podium. The only driver to be in the 143s on the race, and very well deserved. And yeah, brilliant race from him.
Yeah, we're ignoring Rice here, who is also in the 143s.
Yes.
But he fake 143. He pitted for softs, so actually it
Exactly.
doesn't count, right? Well, I mean that was a race. I'm curious about what Elite is gonna bring us. I hope we're gonna see at least some of these guys in Elite to bump the numbers up a little bit, but well, we're gonna find out how many we are either way in a little bit. So. Go into a quick break and we'll be right back.
Woohoo.
And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Welcome back, boys. It is Elite Tier time. We are having double digits drivers. Isn't that crazy? 13 brave soldiers made it here for our entertainment tonight. Absolutely lovely.
Scenes, honestly, double digits. We didn't think this was possible at one point, but here we are. We have some challenger drivers with us. By some, I mean, hopefully two, in Rice and Nitro. Nitro, who did get pole in the challenger race, but ended up getting P3 due to a krill issue with the wall. And Rice, who finished, oh my god, P6 in the end, just behind Fabian. He'll be looking to get some points on the board in the Elite tier. But yeah, very interesting. And I think the tipped favourite for pole, Lauda, will be already getting a 5-place grid penalty.
Yeah, for collision with his teammate. This is the Alpines I came to see.
Janneman throwing already. This is what we like to see.
Yeah, Janneman does never not throw. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
And to be fair, whenever I'm not looking, he's winning. I was like, when I was debating whether or not to stream earlier, I was like, oh well. Baku is usually content, but at least we're gonna have a Alpine 1-2 again. When it's not on stream. These guys are just chokers. Can't drive when they're being watched. Until proven differently, honestly. I mean, hey, be my guest. Just win now.
Okay, I've just been pinged in Challenger Tier General, and someone said, have you ever been told your announcing voice sounds like Brendan Lee?
Who is Brendan Lee? I only know Brendan Back.
He's got him.
Okay.
But no, he's an old F1 esports champion who's does F1 intros now, and if Cassian is in, I don't think he will be, but no, I've never been told that I sound like Brendan Lee. That is a very interesting comparison. But the first car to start a lap won't be Brendan Lee, it'll be Brendan Back here, who'll be looking for around the top 3 in qualifying. He's got some good pace in...
I swear, the wall, it didn't exist like this in the past. Why is everybody driving into this otherwise? Brendan Back hit this full on.
Wall merchant? No, he's just a wall merchant. I've seen him smack into 2 walls. That's too many.
Yeah. Rip Martin 2024. Welcome back, Martin.
I wonder if anyone will ever beat his find wall any % speed run.
But to be fair, that one was pretty crazy fast.
That was the bugs he used in that was incredible. It was what was it? I think it was Zandvoort.
Yeah, he just, I don't know, he just oversteered straight into wall, I think, from the start. Just wheel spin, and, well...
Yeah, that's, well, we won't be seeing that from Martin, but I did say earlier in Elite General, I said, can we have a prediction for how long until Lauda bottles it? And it's taken him 30 seconds into qualifying to have a 5-place grid drop. So, I mean, my prediction's clearly very good here, but it's going to be the Challenger Tier driver, or as it stands, 1 point away from the Challenger Tier Championship. Nitro, who is going to set the first lap, went with a 39.4 for his pole in Challenger Tier. As he looks to cross the line, bank a lap in the Elite Tier. It's not going to be a 139, it's going to be a 140.7. Significantly off the pace, and I'm sure we'll be beaten immediately by Mofa and then by Lauda in doubles fashion, as we're into the 38s already.
Yeah, Lauda all purple sectors. Oh, now Sector 3 purple taken away by Yanneman.
The greatest to ever do it. But yeah, Rice actually gets ahead of Nitro in that perspective. So big lap from Rice there, as much as it's a banker for both drivers. It'll be a bit of confidence for Rice in this squad, as I'm going to head on board with Speed Racer, who's going to the line now. It's a 140.3, puts him into P6. Prost retakes the back of the grid for a 140.0, and Master Yan will be coming towards the end of Sector 2. He'll be looking to slot behind Seagull and Hussein, who have both set laps. Seagull is 7/10 behind Lauda here. That is an incredible gap from Lauda. I don't know if that is just a very, very good lap from Lauda, or Seagull is just a bit off the pace this weekend, as someone has found the wall somewhere, and it was Seagull.
Was about to say time for Fanta Phantom pole, but Fanta is not even driving, so I guess that's not happening.
Wait, why is Fanta not driving?
I don't know. I think
we saw him
I can vaguely remember him saying he just couldn't be asked for this track, but I'm not sure if there is an actual reason why he isn't driving. Or if it's just
I'm gonna ask. Hold on.
being... No, he's in the chat. He will answer. You don't need to reach out for him. Really.
I've reached out. Arms embraced.
Yeah.
I want some of that Phantominum love and affection. Am I right?
For real.
But yeah, is there anyone on a lap? Because I think most drivers now are on their in laps, yeah, and all driving into the pits, unless Prost is going for another lap.
Oh, Rice is going for another lap.
Oh.
Because Baku is being worse than being forced to listen to Justin Bieber for 2 weeks straight, night and day, while being waterboarded by the CAA. Okay. That's one way to say it.
Are we? Speaking from experience, are we? That's very oddly specific, shall we say? But yeah, wait.
Look, this may sound crazy, and don't get any wrong ideas of like fulfilling Dumato's life wishes, but I kind of want to know what it feels like to get waterboarded. Like, surely,
what?
Like, it's... No, but you get it? Like, I don't know. Can you imagine it being that bad?
Yeah,
like,
yes.
Yeah, I can imagine it's probably that bad, but I can't imagine how it feels that bad, right? Like, I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but...
It's used as a torture technique.
Yeah, I know it's probably horrible, but then at the same time, bro, it's a wet towel on your face.
I don't think anyone has ever come away from being waterboarded and said, yeah, again.
Yeah, I don't think so neither, but you get what I mean. I just can't imagine how it is so bad, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess, but that is a crazy statement.
Yeah, Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today.
Yeah, guys, we're fulfilling Doom's life wish. We're gonna be waterboarding him.
No, I said in the beginning before I put out this hot take, this is not meant to be an inspiration. I can probably live well with the fact that I'm never gonna find out.
Yeah.
Our next Ascension meetup, I'm just gonna wake up in the middle of the night.
Yes, you will. Also, does it involve a towel? I thought it was just like forcing someone with.
I thought it was like, yeah, you're being like, they put water over your face like the entire time, but they also have like a towel on your face, so you can't really like recover with breathing. But it might just be you being repeatedly drowned, which I can, or which I would consider far less enjoyable than just being there with a wet towel on your face.
It is just being repeatedly drowned.
No, Fanta's saying you put a towel over mouth and nose and then dump water on it.
Oh, okay. Well, and your first thought when you heard that was, oh, I wonder what that's like. I kind of want to try it.
No, it's not my first thought, but it's a thought that came at some point. Like, you know how they put wet towels on your face in Spa and stuff?
It's not a massage. They're not giving you a massage.
Hey, I'm not
and then
saying they
drowning
give me a
you.
massage, man. I was just saying, like,
You're not having.
bro,
you're
I
not
am
having-
aware this is a fucking torture method. You know, I'm not saying it probably feels crazy, but I'm just saying I have no idea how it would feel like that bad. You know?
We're not having Prime Twin Alex and Twin Mark. Like massage your feet while you're getting.
Oh,
a
bro,
hot tub on your face.
why are they massaging my fucking
It's
feet,
not
man?
happening.
Stay away from that shit.
You sound like you're going to a spa. Like, oh, you know when they put hot
Yeah,
towel-
to
it's
watch a
nothing
race.
like-
No, I mean,
I'm sure it's nothing like that.
yeah, I'm sure as well. But all I'm saying is I can't imagine it, dude. I was just giving us a little bit of content to talk about. Like, throw a little hot take in here, make like
Most
disqualifying a little bit more entertaining, you know?
Yeah, but like most people in their life aren't getting waterboarded.
Nah, okay, yeah, but did you never feel like you were like, oh damn, I wish how, I don't know, getting hit by a bus feels?
No! What? Do you just enjoy pain?
No,
Is
that
this
example, look, I had no other example
Hit by a
ready, so
bus.
I just pulled that out of Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
What?
so...
Okay, yeah, okay, that's valid. No, that reason, yeah, that makes sense. But bro, you could barely like walk after that. No,
Yeah, probably not.
like
But then again, like 3 months of work.
yeah, but like, did you see Gina in Brooklyn and how she got hit by the bus?
She seemed fine.
do you want to be in that sort of contraption? We'd have to carry Doom. We'd have to put Doom in the luggage for the Ascension meetup.
Yeah, in a coffin.
Well, hopefully the bus isn't going quick enough that you die.
Yeah, I don't need to be dead to lie in a coffin. That's probably very comfortable.
What? Okay, these are like wild hot takes with Doom Auto.
No.
We make this
Look,
like a show?
if you think of a coffin like just a random wooden box, yeah, fair. But like these things are like filled with paddings everywhere, and it's probably like very soft and sort of comfy to just lay in them.
Okay, this might be speaking too much from personal experience, but I'm slightly claustrophobic. So
I was
Like-
thinking you were elaborating on your personal experience of laying in coffins, but fair enough.
oh no, I have never willingly or like been forced to lie in a coffin. By the way, during all of this, Hussein is another driver into the 38s, but we can
Yeah,
at least any
Lauda's
any
gonna
other
head
phys-
into the 37s now.
yeah, any other
Ah,
bits
he
of
griefed
physical
it.
harm. Any other bits of physical harm you're thinking about trying?
Nah, I've
Or
had my fair share.
experience?
Actually, I
What,
haven't had. I've been a smart kid. I've never done stupid things. I've never broken a bone.
Neither.
I've never even like had a concussion or anything similar.
Nope.
I
Same.
think yeah. Really, it did not ever do anything to get me injured.
Nice. Well, that's good to hear. But yeah, Mofa now going to second place. What
What the hell are you-
What is Mofa cooking? What are these illegal setups?
Yeah, I was about to say, is
Maybe
there
find
like
them.
extra traction coming with the louder setups? What the hell?
Well, according to Nitro, not because Nitro used Lauda's setup in Challenger.
Yeah, Nitro did
uh,
not have the cheat software attached to it.
He only got the numbers.
Yeah,
Came with it.
yeah.
Not- Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. That's
It's
unfortunate.
the Middle
Maybe
Eastern
you should,
technology.
Emperor
Really
only
quite
did five?
the explosive strat.
Yeah, literally.
Nobody's going on. Oh, and the MQ is. Oh well, MQ is a good while back from starting a hot lap still, but he's gonna be the next one to do it.
Can he get
Ah,
into the
man.
38 as well? A Lauda MQ Mofa top 3 would not. Wait, I just realised, yeah. Lauda has a 5th place grid penalty, so as it sits currently, Mofa's on pole.
Yeah, that's crazy actually.
That is beyond crazy. Bro, him and Bats used to be fighting at points in the season.
Yeah.
Bats needs to get a hold of that cheat software and quick. Because my goodness, they're purely. And has Hussein gone up? Why is Hussein not? Oh, he switched to the hards for a second. Well, at least we know Hussein's got an extra set of hard compound tires. Because he just switched them, and I thought he was going on an outlap on hard tires, and that would be probably one of the biggest throws in the history of Formula Sundays. But yeah, MQ gonna be the next driver on a lap for a while, actually.
I mean,
the next
look,
driver behind him is friend.
Lauda is saying it's not fair, really not fair. Just stop crashing into Jannemann in qualifying. You've done it twice now this season.
Exactly.
Like, it's not that hard. Just don't
Exactly,
hit your teammate, man. Like, what? Have you tried not smelling your teammate's bum? I'm pretty sure that will get you killed in your country anyways.
Yeah, Jannemann's rear is not for touching.
Looking only.
Yeah, exactly. As MQ starts his final lap, I believe he's not going to get another lap in. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep up with the pace of his teammate. Probably not, though. That is a very good track for Mofa. I wonder how many hours Mofa has spent on Baku. What do you reckon?
At least one. Bro, what do I know? I have no fucking idea, man.
It's a prediction!
Yeah,
Boom.
but...
It's a prediction,
Bro,
man.
why would I know? I don't stalk you guys.
I'm not asking you to provide me with an answer. I'm asking you to provide me with a prediction. You know? Like they'd say, like, first...
It's not a prediction, it's a guess. The predictions have to be in the future. But, look, my guess is 3. I don't know how much these guys grind. Probably more.
Cassie just said, can she get an invite or is it too late?
Wait, who?
Catalina.
I mean, we can get her in. She's gonna start last, but...
Okay, and I'm trying to force some kick Sauber on them, but MQ's 4 tenths up, going into the back straight, and poor. Okay, he was close from taking a third there. We almost saw a top 3 of MQ, Mofa and Lauda.
Nah, don't worry. Our Lord and Savior, Mr. Gull, is approaching his last hot lap. He only needs a 10th, pretty much, to... he needs 2 tenths to go pole, because Lauda's gonna lose it.
Yeah.
So...
Maybe he needs a second. What if, imagine he just grabs like a 2.5 seconds and goes into 1:37s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Lauda can go so fast, Seagull can at least go 2 tenths quicker still. So,
anything you can do, I can do better. Our vibe. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much up he is after the first sector. I think that's the telling point here, as all the final laps now will start to come in, and Prost puts it just behind Brendan back in P7. A very nice lap for him if no one improves. But Seagull net 0 pretty much in the first sector. No improvement to be found from him. The next person to the line, I believe, is going to be Nitro, who puts his McLaren into P6 ahead of his teammate. Brilliant lap from the Challenger driver, and that is a statement of a lap as well, putting some time between himself and Brendan back. The next car to the line is going to be Yeast. What can Yeast do from P12? He improves his time, but not enough to get ahead of the Red Bull of Marcel Jan, who is the next car to cross the line, and he goes to P7. Everyone wants P7, only one person can have it, and Seagull is not improving by the amount he needs here to get even above MQ. He's only about 0.5 tenth up. He's going to need to find some time in the final sector here. Can he do it? Well, we shall see. What ERS has he got? And Speed Racer now goes to P8. Brendan back insistently having a very poor qualifying, and Seagull to the line. P3. It's going to be Mofa on pole.
Yeah, it is going to be Mofa. Oh, actually, Jannemann is more than 0.5 second up. But more than 0.5 second is by far not enough, if I see that correctly.
Yes, you do see that correctly. And wow, Lauda would have been on pole by 9/10.
Yeah,
That's
that's
probably
crazy,
that's
actually.
probably that's probably the biggest margin of the season. That's incredible work. But obviously he will start in P6 now. So Mofo technically starts on pole. Will he bottle it immediately? Yes. But that's not the point.
Oh, well, I have some trust.
No.
He's gonna get rammed into the wall by Seagull in turn 1 when Seagull lunges to the inside. This is
Seagull with
my
the metal
prediction.
chair?
Yeah, Seagull is gonna murder. Seagull is gonna have his first big report coming in the last few years.
Seagull saw Cherry do it in Challenger and was like, this is
Yeah,
a
he
good
was like,
idea.
yeah, that's my type of win.
Yeah, as Catalina did actually make it in, which is good.
Yeah.
So Catalina does technically start from the back of the grid and use Kick Sauber. Yes, the Kick Sauber Challenger drivers.
Yeah,
Please,
Kickstarter, this very serious streaming platform that is totally not broadcasting torture videos until people die on stream.
you can probably you can probably watch some waterboarding there.
Yeah,
If that's what
maybe.
you're
Actually,
into.
let's check this out.
Yeah, I'll commentate on the race. You can go watch waterboarding streams on Kick. Okay, so Doom is going to be deep into research, and it looks like it's going to be a completely dry race for us here in the elite tier. And yeah, well, it'll be very interesting to see. Seagull currently has a 50-point lead over Jimsky. So if he what's the points gaps? He's a 31 point. Seagull wins today, he will take the championship. A second place isn't good enough. Second place again, like Challenger, would put him 1 point behind here. As yeah, we see Mofa starting on pole. He's gonna absolutely floor it, I imagine.
Yeah, he's driving
To
another
the
hot lap
line.
out here. I
Yeah,
have just taken a look of Lauda's atrocious crimes that led him to P6. Show tire. Everybody is on mediums, but Brandenburg, Rice, and Yeast. Everybody else is on mediums.
Rice does not learn from his mistakes. He used the hard tire in Challenger, and it didn't pay off for him, and he's using it again. He has too much faith in those hard compounds of tire. But yeah, not MQ, Mofa kind of flooring it on this lap. And Catalina's got a default setup. Oh no.
Nah, easy.
That's going to be fun. There's not much to talk about. Yes, as you said, the top 8 are all on mediums, and it's Brendan back going for a bit of a risky strategy in P9. Well, not risky, but a bit of an alternative strategy from P9. He really needs that if he's going to make up places in this race. And yeah, then Yaneman very far back down in P10, to be honest. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how long Mofa can hold on. I'm not going to ask Doom for any predictions, so I got absolutely slandered last time I did.
No.
But,
you asked for a guess. I'm down to do a prediction. What do you want to
know? How long will Mofa hold the lead of this race?
He's gonna lose it by the end of lap 1.
And okay. Any turn specifically, do you think?
I think he's probably gonna hold on fine, and then Seagull is gonna rob him on the main straight.
That sounds a decent prediction. I'm gonna go with lap 3. I don't think Seagull's gonna get there in DRS.
Or we go back to the initial prediction and Seagull kills him in turn 1.
Seagull taking something out of Cherry's book. Now that would be absolute cinema if I've ever seen it in this race. But yeah, all the drivers lining up. It's Cassidy, obviously, who finishes out the grid. Yeast unable to park properly. And well, ladies and gentlemen, it's the elite tier. We saw Cherry win in Challenger. Who's going to take it all in the elite tier? It's lights out and away we go in the elite tier. And Seagull straight off the line has got Mofo. The poor start from him, and MQ gets up to P3. and all drivers get away cleanly, but Seagull wins the prediction. Mofa didn't even hold it a single turn.
Yeah, everybody survived though, I think. From what I see, Lauda did gain some major positions on MQ and Nitro here. Actually, Nitro must have gained some as well. I don't think he started that far up. Oh, and Brandenburg is in the spin. Not sure if by his fault or anybody else. Prosk and Rice also enjoying some company here. I think the two, I think it's both Polish drivers, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Having a little bit of a friendly chat.
Yeah, Lauda's got past Mofa as well. That is, Mofa made a mistake somewhere because he's dropped back a lot to Lauda. So that's very interesting. But Seagull out in the lead by a second. Lauda has flown through Hussein, Nitro, MQ, and Mofa in not even the first lap. So a brilliant first lap for him. As yeah, two separate groups form here. It'll be Lauda and Seagull, and then Mofa holding up the rest of the pack.
Yeah, and I mean it is Hussein who lost a lot of ground as well on his start. I think he started third. 3 positions down now, behind Nitro. And yeah, before these guys we have the Middle Eastern connection, I guess, with the Mercedes and Lauda, of course, chasing after Seagull. Why is Seagull so good? Oh, well, I don't know, probably ask him to do a Asuna said that. Ask him to do a stream where he has a wheel cam and feet cam for gas pedal inputs as well.
Feet cam?
Yeah. For education purposes, right?
Of course. What else would it be for? Of course it's for education purposes, nothing else.
Yeah, and so Daddy has something to watch as well.
Oh, of course. We've got to make sure Daddy is entertained in these F1 streams. Maybe next week we get a Dumato feet cam. Maybe that's the way to entice viewers.
I don't think it is, honestly. I'm always surprised by how big this thing actually is. Like...
How big what is?
Yeah, like the entire feet thing.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Because I personally don't get it, but like I don't know, it's kind of crazy what you can do.
Neither do I. Maybe you should ask Daddy.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, Daddy is the expert. Why. Yeah.
Daddy, certified Formula Sundays feet expert. That'd be a brilliant title for him, actually. Feet expert. That's something we'll have to review later on. But as I was speaking, the train from P3 down to P9 being led by Mofa and MQ, and then Nitro and P5, I think they will drop off of the top very, very early. And I'm surprised, to be honest, that MQ hasn't fallen back and let Mofa sort of run away with P3 to sort of secure Mofa a podium, because that'd be a very big result for him.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems to be between P1 and 2, and then everybody else is gonna scrap it out for the rest. DRS train all the way down to Jannemann. And then behind is the people who crashed on the start.
Yeah, those people have taken a bit of a disadvantage. Yeast as well, I think, might have got caught in that as Nitro gets past MQ, and MQ maybe had a bit of contact with the wall because he's lost out to Hussein here. And the big thing about that is MQ has broken DRS to Nitro behind. So big moment, and Nitro is going to have to really fight his car now to get back in that. Or Hussein, MQ, Marcel Jan will probably all benefit here from that. As yeah, Mofa driving away a bit here in P3, but at the top, Lauda and Seagull are within that 1 second gap. So we could expect a fight here, and potentially a Lauda switch of positions. Both are exactly tied on ERS. So it'll be interesting to see if they burn. Seagull does, Lauda does. So I think we just got a massive drag down to turn 1.
Yeah, point 8 is a little bit too far to make a move usually though, unless Lauda's running way less downforce. It's actually almost dropping out of the DRS window, really tightly played by Lauda there. It's only a few thousandths away from not getting DRS at all. Does look like he did get a decently better turn 1.
Yeah,
This is a lot of wheel spin though, so I don't think the move here is coming. He's not using ERS anymore neither, it's just getting that little bit of ground with the DRS and going back into follow mode after. Oh, Prosk in a wall.
oh, well, that's not what Prost would want to see. He qualified really well as well, I think, if I just check. Yeah, he qualified, oh no, he ended up qualifying P11, but he was up there at one point, so hit that collision with Rice, not doing him any good here, as, yeah, the gap now from Mofa to Lauda is 3 seconds, and Hussein has closed in onto the Mercedes, so expect that move on the main straight. But yeah, it's just a form of 3 packs here. Seagull and Lauda, Mofa and basically the rest of the point scorers, and then Yeast, Catalina and Brendan back, all in a bit of a pack of their own, and a huge DRS train, so anything could happen. I reckon that, I predict there'll be contact and a crash around lap 8.
Well, Speed Racer doing his best to make that happen a little bit earlier. But he survived that one.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's now Seagull and Lauda 4/10 within it. Surely Lauda is going to get the move and reclaim first place here. Seagull's got no ERS, and it's just an easy drive-by for the Alpine. Lauda took him 5 laps to regain that pole position that was taken off him due to contact, as Nitro drops another position. This time it is to MQ, who is just hanging on to Hussein's DRS in P4. And a big margin there. Seagull looks to fight this back. Looks to send the move down the inside here. Misses his braking point, but luckily no contact between the two front runners, and Brenda back has made a move on Yeast and will now look to chase towards Speed Racer, who's the first driver in that train to drop off of it.
Yeast knows a shortcut, it seems. May end up being a long cut actually. He's last now.
Yeah, Yeast is good for his shortcuts, shall we say. Yeah, he is, especially against me. I've seen a lot of shortcuts in my time from Yeast, and they are not too pretty, shall we say. But yeah, he is now back of the grid, a long way down, as Catalina, with the default setup, is sticking with Brenda back, and Speed Racer. All that traffic through the middle sector has picked up a second on Yanaman, but the DRS is worth that, so I won't be surprised to see him jet back into the DRS here. But it is just one big train, and Hussein is sniffing the back of Mofa here. He really wants that move done, and MQ is all over the back of Hussein as well. Mofa could be down for an absolute slide here down the train. First to get Pi is Hussein. He gets the move into the podium spots. Then MQ. MQ is looking for a move on Hussein now, potentially. No move found. Only 2 positions dropped here for Mofa, but a big move for Hussein and MQ. The 2 Mercedes are going to want to get that podium spot back for at least one of them.
Sooner just pledging his life savings in gift subs to the channel if Yeast wins this race. Well, I think he may retire here in the pits, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he just has front wing damage and went in the pits because that.
Yeah, maybe, but how do we sell them if Yeast wins this race as a prize pool season?
No, well, I don't know. It's just everybody's mum is gonna have a sub to Sunday's Esports for a month.
And there's no races for like 2 weeks of that month.
Yeah, unlucky.
So really, they're getting scammed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting. But yeah, there is a few gaps now actually. Mofa has dropped off 1 second off of MQ, and Nitro's dropped a second off of Mofa. So, oh no, never mind. Mofa has come back into it, but Hussein will look to drive away from MQ, and they've dropped the gap down by 2 seconds to Seagull and Lauda. So maybe a bit of contact between the two front runners that we didn't see, but MQ does get DRS. Mofa does not. Neither does Nitro, and the first driver too is Marcel Jan, who is under attack here from the second Alpine in Yaneman, who looks for the move down the inside into turn one. A bit of wheel banging between the two, and a bit of wall contact from Yaneman, who loses a lot of time in that, and Nitro will rejoice. He's got DRS from the car in front, and no threat from the car behind.
I think Seagull and Lauda actually came together 1.5 laps ago or so, because I can remember Seagull slowing down to let Lauda back past. So I assume Seagull made some sort of really aggressive move into turn 3, and afterwards felt bad about it and gave it back to Lauda.
Yeah, that would seem the best way, because they've lost 2 seconds to Hussein, who now in the big news for him has dropped away from MQ. That 1 second mark is hanging on by an absolute thread here, and Hussein having that huge ERS advantage will probably burn that to get away from MQ, but is going to need to push that quickly, because he does not want to be towing MQ along here, especially down the main straight, which gains the driver anywhere between probably 6-7 tenths. So it is absolutely crucial that he gets that. And speaking of, Lauda has broken the 1 second gap to Seagull, so we might see Lauda potentially drive away here. But yeah, Hussein has also done that. So the only train left at this point is for Yaneman, who will be dragging along Marcel Jan and Speed Racer.
Yeah, basically almost everybody breaking their 1 second gaps right now. MQ into the pits, first car to dive in. From the limited amount of tire data I have available, the medium tires are approaching the 50% mark, slowly but steadily now. So they are not going to be the very greatest, I assume. Rather sooner than later everybody's going to have a little peek into the pits. Marcel Jan versus Yaneman, number 2.
Yeah, and by the way, if you didn't see it, MQ picked up a 10-second penalty
on
his pit entry. So that is something he would definitely want to avoid, especially with all the DRS trains down the field. But an aggressive undercut pulled out from MQ. He dropped that 1 second to Hussein and said, right, I know what we must do. Undercuts the car in front. But I think it's very early to pit, but considering the Challenger drivers got 15 laps on their hard tyres, with that seemingly no issues, I think he should be more than good enough to get those tyres to the end. It's just how quickly he can dispatch Rice, and then he's got a plenty of fresh air in front of him to attack at. But in big news for Seagull, he's pulled that gap back within a second here, so he'll be hunting down Lauda potentially on this lap. The gap ever dropping between the two, and there might be a move into turn 1. No, Lauda pits. Lauda going for a same as MQ very early, but unlike MQ, he nails his pit entry. So it's a good pit entry. What tyres? Well, obviously he's going on for hards, that's kind of obvious. But where does he feed back out in this race? He'll want to be ahead of Rice in that gap. Mofa also comes into the pits, and MQ does get past Rice, but a nice gap opens up for Lauda as he comes straight out into that fresh air with 3 seconds. But the big question is, he has Brendan back 3 seconds ahead of him on hard tyres, so he will not be coming into the pits anytime soon. So can he get past Brendan back so quickly that it doesn't hold up his race here? That is a very big question.
Question is also how strong the undercut really is, because MQ gained huge amounts of times against both Lauda and Mofa, and if Seagull stays out too much longer and is losing too much time on the overcut, it might be an entirely new problem for him here. regardless of if Lauda is gonna be held up behind Brandenburg, etc.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. The undercut does seem powerful. Obviously, MQ is about 7-8 seconds off of Lauda and has gained 2 seconds just in the undercut. So yeah, very big here. Brandenburg does get DRS from the Marceljan train, and Lauda is going to get DRS in a very strong exit for him. So that is a big benefactor for him, especially if Seagull pits this lap, which he does. He can't risk the overcut, and I don't blame him. As Hussein dives in as well, so we might see Nitro take the lead. No, we don't see Nitro take the lead. We don't see any of them. They're all coming into pit. All on lap 8, so Brandenburg takes the lead of this race, and the car behind him will more than likely be Lauda. But by how much is the gap? Oh, it's comfortable. It's a nice gap for Lauda.
Yeah, Seagull is remaining in P3 though, so at least he did not get caught by MQ. Now, what you said earlier might get into play here. Brandenburg could hold up Lauda through the middle sector a little bit, just by the virtue of being on all the tires. And Seagull could close that gap of a second back. It ultimately did not cost Seagull much at all. He was more than a second away either way. Now he's 1.5 away, of course, but presuming that Brandenburg is actually that much slower, he's gonna make that up within this middle sector, and then he's gonna be back in DRS range.
Yeah, I don't think Brandenburg's that slow, and he's also on the hard compound of tyres, which are probably just about a half distance, so he'll still be competitive. But yeah, the castle section, the real killer, they lost about 6/10 there.
Yeah.
Did Lauda and Brandenburg, and Seagull is right on the backs of them now. So it'll be very interesting to see what they both can do, because they'll both want to move. But with Seagull, oh no, they're actually equal on battery. With both being equal on battery, who is going to come out into turn 1 in the lead?
Gonna be hard for Seagull to go all the way through, I think. Lauda's gonna get DRS as well, and he's gonna have more slipstream. But actually, it does not look like Seagull can make it. Threatening a move to the inside a little bit by staying more inside than Lauda. But ultimately that only gives him a worse line through turn 1, and loses him some time in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, not much there to it, but yeah, both do get past Brandenburg now, so both will resume that fight for P1, with MQ having a huge undercut, 3 seconds ahead of Hussein. So that undercut, that aggressive undercut, really working for him. It's just whether he can hold on to that, or Hussein will be catching him every lap. And with 2 lap older tyres, he's just got to hope he doesn't reach puncture zone. But considering I don't know where that is, we'll find out.
I do think these tyres are gonna last a decent amount of time. I think the wear is about 3 to 4% per lap, so even with the 15 laps remaining, we're only getting into like the 60%, so definitely well possible to finish the race on these compounds. Typically punctures only happen after, I think it's even either 75 or 80%.
Yeah, and Nitro cutting a corner and gets 3-second penalty for it and loses the place to Marceljan. That is not what you'd have wanted to see. And yeah, that is going to be bad news for him. But Lauda gets the fastest lap of the race. Obviously handy with the DRS he did have. But Seagull is still half a tenth behind and is absolutely on the hunt now as Brandenburg gets overtaken by MQ. So MQ has P3 on track now, and Brandenburg will just fall down the order.
Nitro looked briefly like he could challenge Marceljan there. Oh, no, Connor's in the pits. I was wondering whether or not Catalina was actually in a fight there. Speed Racer and Rice, though, did have an overtaking maneuver there in favor of Speed Racer. And well, Marcian, Jannemann, and Nitro on the Jan sandwich is still a thing as well. Might be a safety car, actually. At least it's VSC or Prosk DNF.
Well, I don't see the yellow dot on the track, so I am assuming it's a VSC.
Yeah.
And Seagull got past Lauda in all of that promotion. I assume, yeah, VSC. But I assume isn't going to take it. But for getting the timing right of the release is going to be massive for both Seagull and Lauda here. Any mistake from either driver or the other could be gone into the distance as Yeast comes into the pits. How many times has he been in the pits already? Okay, Yeast has already been into the pits 4 times. He's trying to break some record for the most pit stops in Formula Sundays.
Yeah, maybe.
Because, yeah, he is 54 seconds off of Catalina.
Brandenburg also diving into the pits, is presumably going for a set of mediums from here on out. That's going to be rather tight in the end, though. But
he has to take advantage, to be fair.
VSC is sticking around for quite a while, to be honest.
Yeah, especially for a DNF. But yeah, VSC, we've gone green here in Baku, and Brendan Back comes out of the pits 3 seconds down to Speed Racer, obviously on the better tyres, so he'll look to make up ground very quickly. And Rice dives in, obviously having a new front wing installed as well, so he will be very, very far behind as Catalina takes P11, and Yeast is going to be the first driver to be lapped here. But yeah, we'll see, does he affect the leaders potentially with DRS? That's something, I don't know how many people watch or sort of follow along Creator Series, something they complain about is back markers getting involved with front fights at the front. A wall is getting involved with Seagull here as Lauda looks to make the move after Seagull's mistake. Nothing doing as Seagull hugs the inside line here as he pushes on with his race, and both almost at a full tank of ERS, and Lauda completely all over the back of Seagull. Might look to get that move done, burning the energy here. Gets the DRS as well. Move surely completed here, and yes it is, as Seagull picks up the slipstream. I don't think there'll be a move back though, but a nice little move from Lauda, capitalizing on that mistake from Seagull, and 2 seconds behind. MQ slowly catching here, so a bit more bickering might get them that move. Nitro looked for the move to the inside on Marcel Jan, almost went into the pit wall as they're almost at contact, but none found as Yeast is in the pits again. Definitely breaking some sort of record there. As looking around the grid, Seagull is gonna look to catch up again. He's only 6/10 down as Lauda will look to obviously just drive away here. With the only train, well, it's not really a train, the only DRS being active will be for Nitro and Jannemann, who are behind Marcel Jan within the second. But both, Nitro has a 3-second penalty, I believe, for cutting one of the corners. Yes, he does. So if Speed Racer can stay within 3 seconds to them, then he might benefit a position change towards the end.
FYI, if Seagull is P1, he wins the drivers.
Yes.
Yes. To be fair though, isn't that like pretty much inevitable? Given
Yes,
that Rapid is like P2 and Rapid is not driving.
Neither's Jimsky, who's in P3.
Yeah.
I also did mention this at the start of the stream, so whoever that is, fraud comment in the Twitch chat. I mentioned this at the start. Why are you not watching the whole stream?
I did not hear that. But then again,
oh, what the hell?
My brain cannot be held accountable today.
Oh.
Seagull hit the wall, remember. Yeah. And What now?
Yes, Seagull hits wall. He's been doing that a lot today. I think he's battling Deddy for most times wall was tapped. Because he's certainly contending. And also a gap to keep maybe an eye on in this race is that gap between Hussein and MQ, because when I last looked at it, it was 3 seconds. Now we're looking at it, Hussein is 1.3 seconds behind, and Speed Racer and Brendan back are going side by side here after the first DRS straight. Speed Racer holds the inside line, and Brendan back powers around the outside, and that move isn't just done yet, as Brendan back looks to get the inside line, gets it done now. Those medium tires giving him the benefit, and now he will need to chase after Yanaman, who is being held back a bit by Nitro, who has dropped significantly off of the back of Marceljan. So big moves made, and Marceljan might actually get towards Mofa's DRS here. So lots of moves potentially in the future here.
Oh yeah, the inevitable was referring more to Seagull being driver's champion. Speed Racer more like Clean Racer nowadays. Like, honestly, maybe I'm just misremembering, but wasn't it just literally one race where he got reported 3 times and he did some semi-stupid things, and he has literally done nothing ever apart from in that one race, and he's getting
he's had a few incidents over races.
Yeah, but all of them were like very tiny ones, maybe like a warning on us. So
yeah, there's some that didn't get reported. I'll just add, from some drivers that put them in photos and clips at some point. But it's definitely a massive improvement, considering he said he's new to sort of sim racing at the start of the season. He's doing very well for himself. He's made a massive improvement from what it was when he first came in. So, as I said last week, he had a massive congrats for that, and every 5 seconds I'm hearing the wall tap noise. These elite drivers love the
Fanta is scouting ERS tank of Lauda for Seagull.
That's poor.
Nah, that's actually that's kind of illegal.
Is it?
Nah, he wanted to see if his fuel was fucked. Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, kind of isn't, because they are teammates. There's no I guess.
I mean, Fanta and Seagull are technically teammates. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he can just watch the stream, honestly. It's like, yeah, probably luck to see, like, ERS usage and whatnot. But yeah.
Just don't switch to Lauda, just switch to Seagull. Every time there's a fight between them, just make sure Lauda gets no stream time. But speaking of the gaps, Hussein has clearly made a mistake. He's dropped off of the back of MQ, still 4-second gap behind, but Marceljan has closed in towards Mofa. Mofa, who's been slowly dropping back on the grid, and well, be very interesting to see if if Marceljan's going to get the move done shortly. It feels like it, because he's had the move. And speaking of moves, Nitro and Yanaman are going to go side by side here. As Nitro gets the move done, not somewhere we've seen a move done often without going side by side, but Nitro makes it move done of that, and all of this is just slowly helping Brendan back. Oh my god, Seagull in the wall. And Lauda's lost a bit of front wing. Did they go side by side through the castle section? Please tell me you caught that.
I did not.
Oh no.
It does look more like it was a Seagull thing. I don't think Lauda was involved much. Lauda spun and Seagull spun trying to avoid him. Okay, that's interesting.
Well, yeah, because I thought I saw a purple bit of front wing. So, because Seagull's front wing looks completely unharmed.
Oh my god. Lauda's front wing looks, at least it's looking symmetrical. He's missing both end plates.
Oh. Yeah, he pits, yeah. Wow. So MQ leads this race technically, but Seagull, I'm sure, will have no issue dispatching the Mercedes. But that is, Lauda keeps stopping himself. Like, if there was ever a roadblock for a driver, you could say sometimes it's pace, sometimes it's qualifying, but for Lauda, it is just himself.
Yeah. It is what it is. Yeah, I was about to cope how it's not entirely over for Lauda, but he's on hard tires and he's all the way at the back of the grid. Gonna have a lot to work through to get into a winning position again.
Yeah, and well, he makes quick work of Speed Racer, already out of the pits, and he will look to make an absolute charge now towards the front. Fantas, considering you're on Seagull Cam, does he have any damage?
I don't think he has. I looked.
Yeah, I looked as well, but I wanna double check. I wanna make sure from our man inside the cam. But no, that's truly made the race interesting. Seagull has not exactly breezed past MQ, even though he's got the ERS advantage and the tyre advantage. So MQ is making it more difficult than Seagull would want. But with Hussein behind, he is going to have to push on. And yeah, DRS opened. It's 4 tenths a gap. Surely he gets the move done. Both drivers burning ERS now. But Seagull has the advantage in that department. Moves down to the left-hand side and gets the move done. He reclaims the lead of this race. And MQ did his best to hang on. He'll still be in the DRS for this next straight. But with 10-second penalty, it feels like he is just racing time trial. And every bit of DRS he can get would help.
Yeah, he's not losing too much, actually. I think he would drop down to 5th or so with his 10 seconds if he can keep up with Seagull well. But yeah, that's of course a little bit pain for him. But yeah.
Very much. Because that's the first thing we'll see. He has done something to mess up his race in a lot of races this season. He would be a lot higher up the championship, in my opinion, if it wasn't for some little mistakes which would set him back that little bit further. But Seagull, in his attempt to get rid of MQ, is doing a very good job at the minute. It's at 8 tenths and the gap is just ever increasing. Obviously, as it stands, it's a Seagull Hussein Mofa podium, which is a very good result for Mofa. But there's one man looking to change that final step at the minute, and it's Marceljan.
Yeah, Marceljan is in prime position to take this P3. But of course has to keep it clean as well. I think even a 3-second penalty would be enough for him to drop out of the podium ranks. And honestly, by the pace that Seagull and MQ are going right now, he might just lose that position either way. No, it is currently 9 seconds between MQ and Marceljan, so it's not really that far away of being out of reach for him, and he's not gonna get past Mofa here. Being forced the wide way around. Oh, and there's a car. That is Yeast, who's going into the emergency exit. Yeast, I think by now, has seen every single one of them.
Yeah, and he's going to see Speed Racer again for the second time as he moves out of the way of Speed Racer.
Nice little double overtake by Lauda against Brandenbach and Jannemann, but Brandenbach made the comeback.
Jannemann ended in the wall. That's what happened. Jannemann ended up in the wall from that.
To be fair, I don't think this was really Lauda's fault. It looked like Brandenbach cut across a little bit there.
I didn't know, but Nitro gets past
Marceljan and Mofa. Whoa, what is going on here? This is... Oh my god. Yeah, Mofa is going Bottas bowling.
Bit of contact, I think, between the two. Because Mofa certainly not happy, and this puts Brendan back in that position. Oh no, actually, because the gap is so big now. MQ, as it stands, will only lose out to Hussein So, what we just missed it. I feel like we've missed everything.
I think Mofa and Marcian went side by side, and Mofa crashed into a wall, causing big time loss and everybody around to close up again. I mean, Lauda is in prime position to take 4th position right now, so yeah, it's really interesting to see. Hussein also gained big time on MQ and Seagull, so I wonder what's been going on up there. Yeah, Lauda's through, and Brandenburg goes through Nitro as well.
Yeah, obviously Marceljan and Mofa still stuck together as Yanaman comes into the pits. Yeast does again as well. Surely this time is to retire, or is he? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see how many pits.
Yeast is in it for the fun.
He's on his 11th pit stop.
He's going to Inters.
He's now on the Inters.
Well, maybe he knows something we don't.
Clearly. He's only missing the wets now, which I'm sure will be next lap. But around the grid, yeah, Brendan now leads a massive train behind him. Lauda, Marceljan, Mofa, all behind here. And another yellow flag into Yeast. It's just Yeast getting out of the way on the intermediates few. And Lauda, very nice move. When you don't normally see a move there. Lauda makes the space, and it's a brilliant move on Nitro. Nitro won't want to fight that too much. He's got the 3-second penalty, which sends him to the back of the train anyway. So he will just want to hold on and be happy to stay with this group. But Lauda on an absolute tear.
Oh yeah, Hussein is also on fresher tires, which is why he's catching. Completely forgot that he pitted in VSC. So that advantage is gonna come into play now. All of them are on hards, of course, but Hussein by far on the freshest. Brandenburg is on mediums here. Those are rather old as well. Should be an easy dispatch for Lauda here.
Yeah, easy enough, yeah. There you go. Got the move done, and that's the move he needs to do, but there's 11 seconds standing now between him and Hussein, and that is one a hell of a margin to break down, especially if Brendan does want to make it difficult for him. But with the gap on the tyre wear, I assume Brendan won't be able to do any impact towards Lauda as he shoots off into the distance. And Hussein is almost within the 1 second of MQ here. MQ hanging on to Seagull's 1 second for dear life, but Hussein has caught massively here. Another one going under the radar. And Hussein just appears in the podium places again.
Yeah, good performance by him so far. He has it in him, honestly, to go for the win here. It's not that far behind MQ, and if he can get DRS...
Huge DRS advantage as well. Hussein's on 60%, where MQ and Seagull are both on 20.
So yeah. He has the better tires for the entirety of the remaining 4 laps, and he's been gaining quickly on these so far. I don't really see why that should change.
Nah, neither do I. But MQ has been dropped out of the DRS, so Hussein is now in prime position, has the DRS advantage, doesn't need it by the looks of things, as he gets past MQ, who will just be begging for everything that Lauda makes another mistake, because as it stands, he will be finishing P4 just off of the podium spaces. But now we get another exciting battle for the lead. We're going to see Seagull and Hussein battle it out here, neither having that penalty, so neither will be affected or drop places like MQ will with that 10-second penalty on his back. But yeah, we have a real fight for the lead now.
A little bit of a wall hit by Hussein here. It's 3 laps to go, so Seagull's ability to clutch the championship is gonna be a little bit under threat, I guess, by Hussein. But then again, he needs 1 more point. You're not gonna tell me Seagull is finishing outside of the points twice in a row.
Last the first challenge gone wrong?
Maybe. But then again, also, who is second right now? Rapid?
Rapid's not.
Jimsky?
He's not racing. Rapid's not racing.
Yeah, so
That's the like nail in the coffin.
it's
compared to
basically
Challenger.
Jova.
Yeah, that's the like. At least in Challenger, you've got DJ, who is still racing and still very competitive, whereas Rapid has completely given up on the season. So Seagull, I'm pretty sure he's won it already, but for statistics' sake, he should go on to win this here. But Hussein might have dropped out of DRS here. Dare I say it was very
he
close
has it.
on the detection point.
Yeah, he's.
Oh.
I mean, he's not going to be in range for a move, but he's going to gain at least some tenths.
Yeah, he didn't get DRS either, which I'm sure he'd have wanted, because that would have dragged him probably to about 3 tenths behind the Williams. But and nonetheless, he is very, very close behind. And if I was to say, I'd be waiting until either the next lap or the final lap to be making this move. And yeah, it's been a very, very good race from Hussein anonymously. He has sort of waited for everything to unfold. Oh my god. Waited for everything to unfold in front of him and taken advantage of it. But speaking of that, Lauda only 6 seconds back from the front pack now. So a mistake from Seagull could see Lauda come all the way back into this race, but highly unlikely.
Yeah, it's not looking too likely. I mean, still, I think with that big mistake, recovering to P3 ultimately is... Oh, actually, Seagull did slide through that castle section very, very much so. But either way, I think Lauda getting P3 is still a very decent salvation for the race, as it was a pretty decent one so far. Could have been his win. But yeah, unfortunately, of course, fumbling it in the castle section.
Yeah, as he'll probably say in the chat after, could have, should have, but it wouldn't have been his win. As Hussein now, very, very close behind. 4 tenths is the gap, and he has the ERS advantage here. He might look for a move, but in my opinion, it's a bit early to go for it. But Hussein takes the lead of the race for the first time on lap 25, and Seagull will be chasing again. And for the first time again since Lauda spun his car, Seagull has a proper challenge for the lead here.
Still 2 races, two laps to go. The drag race to the line is real, of course, in the last one, so realistically the race-winning move is not coming in this lap. It's rather coming on the very last lap. Hard tires are all over the place, I think. From what I can see, they should be above the 50% wear at this point. If I'm putting that in, like, the data I see here is when everybody pitted. Hussein's, of course, should be a little bit fresher. 50% though is not too great. Hards, of course, not really struggling so much with wear. Still pretty decent at higher wear. But still, I think, like, if you go towards the 60s, it's not going to be the funnest time either way. So the advantage for Hussein is definitely there.
Yeah, Brendan Back has pit again. So whether he was struggling with tyre wear or maybe he had a puncture, we don't know. But that is slightly unfortunate for him because he was doing well in that train. And Yeast, after going into the pit lane, what would it be, 13 times now? Yep, 13 times. He has finally he's finally crossed the pit exit line wrong and picks up 10 seconds. I mean, entering the pit lane 13 times, how dare you get it wrong once?
Well, every other lap for Yeast. 2 laps down as well.
Seagull not able to make a move either on that final straight, so he's going to have to rely on this straight to get the move done.
No, I think he can go for the very last straight. I don't think he's going to get it done here neither. And it does look like Hussein has this well under control. Lauda actually closed up all the way to MQ here. He's likely even going to be able to overtake him on track. Well, that just happened.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, that is...
he lost his entire front wing. I'm not sure if that was Lauda actually.
No, but like, did he go wide or something because of
I'm
the
not
move?
sure.
Because that is heartbreaking. So he's gonna
Yeah,
lose
he's gonna
all the
lose a lot of
positions.
positions now. I mean, I don't think he's gonna drop all the way to Speed Racer, but this is P4 versus P7 now.
Yeah, and Hussein's opened the gap up to a second.
Yeah,
So he's
Seagull
looking
has to
to
spend
get
all
out of
his
it.
ERS now to even get in the ERS range, which is not what you want to do really, because you need the DRS for the ERS for the overtake. But I think his tires are just gone, and as Fanta said earlier, Seagull has light green front wing damage as well. So maybe that's that.
Oh,
Oh,
MQ's in the wall again. That is just. Is he going to hit his teammate again? Now more Mercedes into team contact will not be grand. Brendan back picks up a 3-second penalty as Yeast finally pits for the wets, and Hussein crosses the line as the race winner. He's been so unfortunate this season, but he gets Lady Luck on his side today and wins in Baku. Seagull and Lauda rounding out the podium, and Nitro is going to get P4 on track, but it's going to be Marcel Jan. It's still a very good P5 for Nitro. It's going to be Mofa crossing the line in P6.
yeah,
And
Brenton back,
MQ
Janneman and Speed Racer, drag race down to the finish line. 3 wide here. Who's gonna come out on top? It is not Speed Racer, that's for sure, but is Janneman gonna get it? Oh, super close there between the 3 of them. Janneman is gonna come out on top, I think, by the virtue of time penalties. And so yeah, MQ in the end DNFing there, not even getting over the line at all.
Catalina points. Woo!
Yeah. Rice is still a good bit back, and so is Yeast. Let's give the man some screen time on his full wets.
Yeah, go on, let's do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
just look at Elite Tier. Let's look at Elite Tier General a second.
yeah. Wait, we can look at Elite Tier General after. Oh, why am I being pinged in
Why?
every single general chat?
Why is Rice reversing down the straight? I mean, I expect it. Maybe he's waiting for Yeast. Maybe he wants a bit of side by side with the wet runner before the end. But they look like even though Rice man.
Yeah.
Oh, Rice is going in reverse again. Oh, you gotta love it. Yeast, even though he was like 100 laps down, crosses the finish line after pitting 14 times. He's gonna try and make it 15, but Rice, realizing he can't reverse all the way in, is going to get that to the line. And yeah, well, as Seagull said, let's just define this race as content.
Damn. Or
Yeah.
we're just being pinged in every channel where someone put a spam link.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like, oh, something important has happened, but nope. A lame event that requires a singular ping has happened. Either way, regardless, Hussein has won another race, finally, after all. And yeah, with quite a stunning drive, honestly. Good call to drive for the new tires in the VSC, and then he's just made it all up himself with raw pace. No help from external factors. No further safety cars or anything getting him there. Really just brilliant strategy call and execution. And yeah, Seagull could not quite best him in the very end. Lauda recovered to P3 after his mistake. And of course, very unfortunate for MQ in the end. Dropping all the way down to 11th with that last lap mistake. Yeah, tough one for him.
yeah,
But
very tough.
oh god, are we not gonna see the stats now? Oh no, I think we're fine.
Yeast has surely broken the record for most pit stops in a Formula Sundays race.
Very likely, yes.
Congrats, new record holder. Woo.
Woohoo! Given we are not seeing final stats here, I guess I'm just gonna move the tool in here real quick. This is your final finishing order. Yeah, Lauda with the fastest lap in the end, no big surprise really. And yeah, that's that, I guess. So yeah. Next week is Hungary. One of the tracks I personally despise watching because it's not a good track for racing in my opinion. But everything can happen.
Next week. Maybe you don't stream next week.
Yeah, maybe I'm just actually not streaming next week. Maybe you never give me a message and then I'm never actually still rocking up to the stream anyways.
Exactly, you guys will have to find out next week.
Nah, there will probably be a stream unless I'm legitimately dying. So yeah. Next week is when we will speak again, I guess. So till then. Oh well, did I have Challenger tier enabled the entire time? Whoops. Yeah, this was obviously Elite tier. My bad. Fixed the overlay last second. But yeah. Before this goes into obscurity, thank you all for watching and for driving and for casting with me, and good night.
Bye bye.
And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays.